What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something like a little challenge. Today I'm going to be doing 7 languages in 7 hours. I'm going to see for you guys if it's actually feasible to study a language for 1 hour a day. So I'm going to give that a try for today, see if I can get some actual goals done, and see if an hour is good enough to do in a day. Just in case you don't have a lot of time to study, if an hour is your max, if an hour is the most you can do, but there's like a minimum you have. Whatever the case is, I'm going to give it a try and I'm going to test it out for you guys and you'll be along for the journey. Okay guys, so let's get into making this study plan. So I already started the spread design and everything, but I wanted to save the goals for now. I wanted to save them until we actually started getting into what goals I was going to create, because I wanted you guys to hear my process of creating goals. So because we're doing only 1 hour for each language, I want to make sure that the goals are simple, straight to the point, and that they can fit in things that I feel like would be important. So this is subjective at this point right now. If you don't like any of the goals that I put down, you can replace it with something that you prefer. But here's how I'm going to do this. So I chose languages that I would specifically have to sit down and study for, not languages that I could technically just do immersion for because I know them that well. So I'm going to start off with Japanese. So we're going to write down Japanese. I'm writing it in, I'm going to show you guys in a second how I'm writing it down, and this is just my own preference. Nothing special about it, honestly. It's just how I wanted to do it. So yeah, this is how I decided to write it. Nothing special, just wanted to show you guys. Alright, now we can get into the goal setting. And if you see me switching pens here, I'm just changing the thickness. So this is my 0.38, my smallest one, and this is my 0.7, my biggest one, and this one is a 0.5. I like using my 3.8 and my 7 because they're vast different thickness, so I can differentiate things on the page easier with it. So for my first Japanese goal, I'm going to do app studies. So I'm going to write down apps, and then I'm going to do, I have to get a subscription now for YouSpeak to go further in the app for Japanese. So what I'm going to do instead is write down drops. So that's the app I'm going to use for today. For the next goal, I usually like to get into vocabulary. So my next goal is going to be, right about that, camera cut off. But for vocabulary, I'm only going to do one of my dictionaries. And the dictionary that I'm going to choose is my traditional Japanese dictionary, just because I have a method of study for this. So what I usually do in my my dictionaries, is I go through the book one time for one specific part of speech, I think they're called. So I go through the book. Right now I'm going through it for verbs, basically. So that's why I'm picking that. But next up, I'm going to put down grammar. All this stuff that I'm putting down right now, I usually put in my studies anyway, but I'm just going through it with you guys verbally here to show you can get these things done. It's just a matter of time. So we're going to see what I can get done, how much I can get done in the hour given these goals. So for grammar, I'm going to go ahead and put down, and don't worry, I'm going to show you guys my study plan afterwards. So for grammar, I'm going to put down in for grammar point, and this usually means I'm going to learn the next grammar point on the JLPT Sensei website. So times 1. I usually keep it to 1 or 2. Next goal after grammar, I'm going to put down my input and output for language. So listening practice is always on here. Listening practice equals YouTube videos. Videos, plural. So I like to get at least 6 videos in. We're going to put down 2 because that's the minimum. Then we're going to put down writing practice equals journal entry. And then you know what? We're even going to try to throw in some reading speaking practice. Reading, speaking, practice equals my Read Real Japanese book. Read Real Japanese book. Alright, let's take a look. This is what my goals are looking like for Japanese. And this is what I'm going to spend an hour working through. And we're going to see if it works. In the meantime, I am going to write down the rest of my goals for the languages and show you guys afterwards. Okay guys, so this is my goals. These are all my goals. As you can see, the page got a bit chaotic because I changed 2 things. So, well, I changed 1 thing, and then for my Chinese goals, I realized since I was running out of space that they were the same as my Japanese goals, just minus the writing and reading practice. So those goals are the same, and then I changed from Korean because I realized that my Korean goals are strictly around vocabulary and the rest are immersion. So I switched it to Vietnamese here because at least I had a book for Vietnamese for like grammar and stuff, and I could do app studies. So this is what my goals are looking like for today, for this video. I do want to say for Swahili, this is usually what I do. I usually just do these. So this is not like shortened or anything. This isn't shortened or anything either. None of this is shortened except for these 2 languages for the day. The rest, this is what it would usually look like for me. For all the rest, even Vietnamese. Alright guys, let's get started. Just because it's the way that I like to do things normally, I'm going to start with easiest goals first and then work my way up to the bigger goals. Okay guys, so I just finished my Vietnamese studies. As you can see, for the Forest app, I have 19 minutes left. And on here, on the Focus Flight app, it says I have 25 minutes. It says that because for the Focus Flight app, I gave it I put an hour and 6 minutes specifically to give myself 6 minutes leg room. And this was before I realized that this is Vietnamese, it's not going to take me an hour. So I did that unconsciously to give myself leg room before and after my studies a little bit. So to give myself time to mentally prepare to get into the language for those 6 minutes and then start. But I forgot that this is Vietnamese, easy language, for my goals at least. And yeah, so in the chance that I do finish my language goals for this video before the hour is up. I am going to stop it. Of course, I'm not going to extend it. I'm not going to try to do more. I'm going to show you that this is what you can do in this amount of time. So yeah, Vietnamese, it took me, that was an hour and 6 minutes. Let's just say an hour. And I still have 24 minutes left. But at the, when I finished, it was 28 minutes, 26 minutes. So, excuse my math. I'm not good at it. 44 minutes. That took me 44 minutes to do for my Vietnamese studies. Yeah. So, we can close up Vietnamese for the day. This is what I did here. I did the vowel system. I started at least. And I did this app studies in Lingodeer. So, yeah. Vietnamese studies done. Let's just go ahead and make that official. Boom. Rest of this time, guys, I'm just going to give myself this little break for these 22 minutes. I'll catch you guys for my next language. Okay guys, I just finished doing my Finnish studies, as you can see, drops for app studies, and then the website here for Finnish. I did 1.2 in front of prepositions. That is what's right here. Very simple, very easy concept to grasp for the genitive case. As you can see, I have 36 minutes left, so Finnish studies officially done. Let's go ahead and make it official. Use that time to rest, prepare for the next language, you know, and yeah, I'll see you guys for the next language. So I just finished Swahili, and this is what I did here. So I went back through the start of section B and I took notes for these, just to make sure. This is my way of like reviewing and everything. And then I did a journal entry as well. So Swahili is done. I still have about 46 minutes left for these studies, so I'm going to take this time to take a break and continue editing the video as I go. But yeah. So actually, guys, I decided I'm gonna do a drops session really quick because I still have so much time left. So I'm gonna do this little app studies here on drops for Swahili, and then we'll see what time I'm at afterwards. Okay, so guys, now I am done with the Swahili studies. I just finished up on the Drops app, and as you can see here, I have 39 minutes left, 38 on here, so just 39 minutes. I'm going to use that time to rest before the next language and edit the video. But yeah, Swahili is done. We can officially make it official. We can make it official. So there we go. Boom. And boom. I'll see you guys for the next language. Okay guys, so I'm gonna have to start doing the time lapse on my other phone because this one is my main one, is running out of storage. But yeah, if you notice the quality go down just a little bit, that's why. But I'm gonna get into Spanish now. Okay guys, so I just finished my Spanish studies. Here I have the drops that I did, drops lesson. They're now offering grammar, which, can you see that? Right there, grammar and vocabulary. So I don't know how to feel about that yet. I really like that they were sticking with what they knew with vocabulary, but I did a lesson for it. It's simple, and there's like exercise for the entire thing. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I did drops. I did my vocabulary. I put it into Quizlet, verb hunting, as you can see. And I also did this first. I completed again lesson 10. So I already went through this chapter before, but I went back and basically did the exercises. Now how I did these in the time lapses, I set them all out and then I checked my answer, and I did that did one, checked it, did one, checked it, did one, checked it. So yeah, and I was honest with like where I made mistakes. So for this one, I believe, what did I say for this one? Oh, I said lo que instead of que. It's just que. So from then on out, I said que instead of lo que. And then for this one, I didn't know how to say drugstore in Spanish. I said farmacia. Oh wait, that is that. Oops. Okay, so okay, I got that one right. Okay, yeah, never mind. Ignore that. So I only made one error, but yeah, that's how that went. And yeah, I did listening practice as well that you saw, guys. You saw me watching the episode of, let me get to it. Where is that? There it is. You saw me get to the episode of Tierra de Reyes. Yes. Okay, so my Spanish studies are done now. Just to make it official, let's go ahead and write it down, really get it down right here. Boom, 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 boom. I will see you guys for the next language. Forgot to mention I still have 34 minutes left. So I'm going to use that time to, do other things. And then I'll meet you guys in the next language. Hey guys, I am now finished with German. Let's go over it. So I did the Drops app. I already completed the lesson for that there. Let's put it back on the screen. I did my journal entry here. Boom, that's the journal entry. I did the one lesson in here. I was going to do the next lesson, but I just kept it to this, just to keep it basic, just to stick to what goals I set out for today. So I did this. I was so disappointed by this because it said this can be used for like, especially with bolder projects. And then this right here is talking about a presentation. a colleague in a presentation, so I thought that that would be the perfect time to use that, but nope, they're flipped. Anyway, so that's for that, and then this is just there because it helped me with my journal entry. We are good on, oh, and I did listening practice as well. I am listening to this video here. I paused it so I could record this, but by the time I finish it, the timer will still be going on the clock. But yes, I did listening as well, so we can check off all of these. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. In between the times where I finish the studies and I move on to the next goal, in between that time, I have been recording the video, which has helped with stress levels and making sure the videos, I'm keeping the video, like, as I make the clips, I'm putting them into my editor to edit. And yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see it. Yeah, but I'll see you for the next language. Alright guys, so I've finished Chinese. What I did with Mandarin today is I did drops lesson, listening practice with this video. I went verb hunting on the next page in my Chinese dictionary. Put all of these into Quizlet. And then I did notes for two very important grammar patterns for Chinese. So I'm so happy that I know how to say because and so therefore now. So happy about that. So happy. But yeah, that's my Chinese studies. So we can go ahead and click those off. App, studies, vocabulary, grammar, and listening. Boom. Those are done. Still 29 minutes to spare. I'll see you guys in the next clip for the next language. Okay guys, I have finished my Japanese studies. Let's go over it very quickly because I have a second portion of this video I want to get to. So this is what I did for reading speaking practice. I read this aloud for like the 5th time, and then I went through this section here to learn like the meanings of the sentences that I just reread, and it's been really helping me to do the rereading, just to be able to read the vocabulary and then reread it and understand better, like get a better comprehension of what I'm reading. So that's been really helpful. I then went into verb hunting for the D's. Oh, wrong page. There we go. This is the page I did, and I put those verbs into Quizlet. I learned the next grammar right here and took notes for it. I used the JLPT Sensei website. And then for journal entry, this is my journal entry for today. Yep, that's as far as that goes. And I also did a drops session right there, and I did watch 2 videos for Japanese right there. So yeah, we can go ahead and cross off Japanese for today. The goals are done. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful. That is all of the studies, guys. And I forgot to mention, I still have 22 minutes and 49 seconds and counting for my Japanese study session. What I want to do now, guys, is I want to talk about why I did this video specifically. I know I can ramble, I yap a lot, but I'm going to state specifically why I did this video, and then I'm going to state specifically what I realized and what I noticed as I was going through each language for this experiment. Okay, so just to state it plainly, I did this, guys, for you. I get a lot of DMs, and I have gotten a lot of DMs over the years about how can I study if I don't have time? How can I study with little time? How can I study with other things going on in my life and stuff like that? So I made this video to show you guys and experiment with you guys that just to experiment, is 1 hour a feasible time? Is it a good enough time span to spend on a language? So to showcase that, I did 7 languages for 7 hours, just to see. Sorry, I had to switch phones because my main one was running out of storage. But what I was trying to say is I did this for you guys to show you that you can still create realistic goals and have only an hour to study. So I created goals that I usually do complete for each language. I didn't change anything up. I didn't shorten anything really. And I set a timer, and I showed you guys that if I can make my goals the way that I have here, just as they are, and complete them even before the hour is up, then you guys can, especially in the beginner stage, can make your goals, get a little bit more detailed with them, even more than I have, and still have time to, and still have that whole hour to get some real study done, you know? Okay, so the main things that I noticed while I was studying, the first big one is that I didn't need the entire hour for my goals. And I think that's really great. I got most of my goals done within 30 minutes. So I don't know if that's because I work quicker and I've gotten used to my routine already, but I finished all my goals before 30 minutes even hit. So you can even do a 30-minute session. So that's really what that proved there for me, at least. Hopefully that shows you guys as well. Even you can do it in even 30 minutes if you don't have even an hour. The next thing I noticed is that I completed them I think this goes on with the first one. I completed them pretty quick, and I don't know if that was a flaw in the experiment of me just being more quicker with working and studying, but I did them fairly quick. There was a lot of goals that I could do simultaneously. So, well, not simultaneously. Well, there wasn't a lot of goals I could do simultaneously, but there were goals that I could do simultaneously. Emphasis. So I can do listening practice while I do other things. So that helped with time management as well. Another thing I noticed is that I do happen to do a lot of immersion with languages, so that might account for why things didn't take too long as well. I do a lot of input and output outside of grammar textbooks and vocabulary books and stuff like that, workbook and textbooks. So I don't know if that accounted for me spending less time than I needed. Yeah, maybe I can try this experiment again with a new book with a new routine just to see how it works, because I feel like maybe because my routine is already set and my books, I've already been working in certain books, I've already been doing certain things to study, maybe that contributed to the quicker and the speed that I worked at, the pace of my studies and getting them done quick. But yeah, overall, I think that's the biggest thing. I don't think anything else. I don't think I noticed anything else besides that. If you notice something other than that, please let me know in the comments. Whether it was like contributing to the experiment or a disadvantage of this experiment. I'd love to hear it because I can't think of anything right now. But then again, I am sleep deprived right now. 7 hours. I've been at this desk studying. I am starting to feel it. So yeah. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I worked really hard on this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this answered your question about how can you study with little time. So here's the experiment for it. You can get a lot done in 30 minutes. You can get a lot done in an hour. I hope this helped you guys. If you want to see I forgot what video that was I was gonna make. I'll put it in the comments with you guys. But yeah, love you guys. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in my next one.